radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. I'm super excited to get into today's video because today we are doing a pick a card on what miracles are headed your way right now, okay? What is the saving grace that is going to be entering your life very, very soon? So before we get started, check out my completely free radio show every other Monday. The link is in the description and playbacks are on there. We pull cards on there for every zodiac sign. We listen to music, we talk, we chat. It's a vibe. It's super fun. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel for your protection. The only place, the only way you could get a private reading from me is if you also go straight through Etsy in the description below and get one through there. But other than that, we're gonna get right into it, okay? You can pick more than one pile. We have 4 piles. Group 1 with the red stone, Group 2 with the green stone, Group 3 with the blue stone, and Group 4 with the pink stone. So just take 3 deep mindful breaths, center yourself, center your intuition, and pick the pile or the piles that you're being called to, and we're just gonna get started. All right, Group 1 with the red stone, let's get right into it. What miracles are coming to you ASAP, okay, super soon? The first card that we have that was under your stone is crossing bridges. Oh, I love this energy. I love this energy. When I was pulling your card, I heard happy. And now that I'm actually tapping into the energy of the card, I'm here. I just want to be happy. So tapping into your group pile 1, I'm feeling like one of the miracles that are coming to you guys is you're actually feeling a sense of happiness. You're genuinely coming to a place where you're happy and content with your life, with the people in it, with the way it's going. It's like everything is kind of coming together all at once, and you've been feeling the energy rise. And for those of you who haven't worked on grounding yourself at all or getting really rooted in your solar plexus, you may have just felt anxiety, like worry, like extra worry, like things are getting worse, even though things are kind of stagnant and the same. If you've been feeling like things are getting worse when nothing has actually changed, you know, it's just the stagnancy. That's how you know, because you haven't, you know, gotten yourself completely together, but we'll get all the way into it. A time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. So you guys are connecting to yourself. You're releasing things that have happened. Realize, listen, if it's already passed and it's out of your control, you're going to allow it to be, and you're going to remove yourself from it, and you're not going to punish yourself every day, every hour for things that have already happened or things that are out of your control. You're truly releasing them to the universe, and then the universe is taking it a step further and saying, I'm going to heal this for you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to put you in a position where you can experience happiness again. Oh, I love that energy. All right, let's keep going. Some of you guys are mending bridges as well. You know, I just hear you've gone too far. So I'm tapping into the energy of someone who feels like they had taken things too far at some point. The universe is sorting that out for you and helping you. You felt like you went too far, you said too much, you did too much, you overreacted, and the universe is going to help you with that. So if that's your message, that is your message. Okay, so we have desert passage and wise leader. So I feel like you're coming into contact with some sort of mentor or someone who can help you. So I see you being connected like with a really good friend or someone who's been through what you've been through, or a spiritual healer of some sort. Maybe you're outreaching like some sort of Reiki or some sort of holistic healing. You're a beacon for others, and there is, or sorry, it says trust that there is a divine plan. So the universe is telling you, listen, you don't have to hold all of this on your shoulders. Surrender what you cannot carry to the divine. A lot of times we hold things on ourselves because we feel so alone, because physically it's hard to trust that we literally have a physical sense, and we've all been programmed to pay attention to everything else but our spiritual sense. So of course it's not your fault that you, like, it's hard for you to focus on, okay, you know, there's definitely, you know, another energy out there, another power out there that I carry within me. That's why I've been able to manifest things or attract good things towards me. It's hard when you're in a tight spot or a dark space to remember that there is a force outside of you and inside of you that can clear this energy away, that can carry this energy on its shoulders. And I see you guys finally doing that. So we have ascending the mountain and gates of triumph. So one of your manifestations are coming through as well, which is really good. Success expands in your life. So whether it's, I just heard securing an apartment. So someone's been wanting to move out of their parents' house, or someone is tired of living with roommates. Someone is just wanting a level up in terms of their living situation. They don't want to live in their current neighborhood. They don't want to, they're over it. You're going to get what it is you've been looking for. So that message was for you. ascending the mountain, keep going forward. So the universe is telling you, just keep going, just keep going. I know it's heavy, keep going. Surrender it to me, you know, allow the universe to carry this. You don't have to carry this. It's not all on your shoulders. Do what you can and release it. And it's scary, and like I said, you know, the society, you know, kind of programs us to pay attention to like just everything, you know, so many things. There's so many things, whether it's social media, whether it's what you're gonna wear, whether it's what you're gonna post next. There's so many things that you could focus on besides, you know, that spiritual element, but it is still there. Okay, we have Mystic Healer, Navigating by the Stars, and Journey by Moonlight. So for you guys, I get a lot of energy from the universe, like reminding you that you're human, reminding you that, you know, I just heard that you're a baby. That's like a whole nother energy. It's just like the universe being very warm and nurturing, reminding you that you are the pride and joy of the universe, okay? And letting you know that you're here on earth to learn and not to berate yourself for learning the lessons that you were literally put here to learn. We have Navigating by the Stars, Follow Your Bliss, Journey by Moonlight, Believe in the Magic. So the universe is also pushing you to try something new, to start something, like to submerge yourself in that dream that you had once upon a time, and allowing the universe to magically make it happen for you. And then we have Mystic Healer, healing energy flows through you. So I feel like you guys have been teachers, you guys have been healers, and now the tides are turning and you're being healed. So everything is kind of coming full circle, which is really good. I really feel like you guys are going to be connected, like with a spiritual healer that has the ability to really help you through their experiences, through their downloads. And now, okay, so now I'm hearing choices. Cards are flying out. Choices, 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 decisions, decisions, decisions. Okay. So we have the High Priestess in reverse and the Devil in reverse. So you guys, you're really going to work on getting yourself together spiritually, because I feel like you've done everything that you can in the 3D, and you have to balance that spirituality and practicality. And practically, I think you've done everything that you could do to make your situation better. But I feel like either meditation, because at this point it's a matter of perspective, because from what we got from the first deck, the universe is moving and shaking things on your behalf behind the scenes. But if you don't see it that way, you're going to drive yourself further from it. You're going to reject opportunities that come towards you, because you're going to think, no, you're going to self-sabotage. No, this is just something that's just, you know, this is just going to turn out like every other situation, and that is not true. So I will say, from your pile, even though we have the miracle of your ascending, like mind, body, and soul, especially mind, the universe is healing you guys, really healing you. You still have to put in that focus in those areas. We got the Five of Wands and the Eight of Swords. So to some degree, this is like an energy of feeling defeated and feeling like, you know what, I'm just gonna give up. The universe has got to do everything from here because I've tried my best. And it's like, yes, absolutely you have, in terms of practicality, but spiritually, get in sync with the universe so you can hear these messages and hear these things, because you guys are so freaking powerful. But it's gonna be a choice, and I feel like you're gonna break a generational curse, which would be another freaking miracle, because then your descendants and your whole bloodline wins. Therefore, the whole bloodline gets a whole level up, which is like really like a heroic thing to do that not everyone takes on. Like, some people look at them generational curse and they're like, no ma'am, the next one can handle that, or my good sis, my cousin can handle that. I'm not doing that. But I feel like you guys are so close to already breaking through. You might as well just go ahead and sprinkle that bloodline blessing, you know what I'm saying? Because we have the Sun card here, but we also have the Two of Wands, so it's going to be a choice. But you guys do have the ability to break some generational curses, but it's going to depend on how willing you are to fight through and drive through, get all the way through that. We have the Judgment card in reverse and the Knight of Wands here. So that's definitely an energy of saying, you know what, I want to go my own way, I want to do my own thing. And it's kind of just like, because you guys have been healers for so long, I'm feeling like you're adverse to maybe taking on this task, but you're so close to it anyways. This would be another miracle, because this means that people don't depend on you as much. This means that people, their consciousness also opens up, so you have that family you can depend on, when it's like your family is so different from you, or they have such different opinions from you, which is fine, but so much so to the point that they box themselves in, or they try to box you in. If you level up the bloodline, you won't have to worry about that, because it just washes away. I've seen it happen myself. I'm in the midst of breaking some generational curses myself right now, and just, it's so tremendously amazing when you literally see all of the changes. Speaking of changes, we have change maker, make waves, and unstick the stuck. So there's a lot of pressure on you guys, a lot of riding on your back, and that's why it's important to balance that spirituality and practicality, balance that solar plexus and that root chakra, because once you really know yourself and you really get grounded, you'll understand, okay, this is my task, this is my life purpose, this is what I was literally meant here to do. I'm going to kick this into gear, but I'm also going to tap into the spirituality so that I can see and allow the blessings to come through me to make everything better. So, you know, if the universe wants to bless you with an amazing amount of money or a crazy amount of abundance, allowing the universe to do that and not self-sabotaging yourself to make all this other stuff a lot easier, so that you can live out your purpose instead of constantly feeling boxed in or constantly feeling like you're not amounting to anything. This is your purpose. Woo! That was crazy. That was channeled straight from the divine, honey. I was speaking to somebody. But yeah, you have the ability to find your life purpose as well. So that's another miracle coming towards you guys. We have success and transformation, and welcome the divine masculine. So I feel like this is the divine masculine energy within yourself. Also, if you identify as divine feminine, connecting to a divine masculine, that can also heal you instead of the string of divine masculines who just kind of have taken from you from here. We have befriend the word polarize, and gratitude again. So this is a time coming into your life to be thankful for, a time of celebration. This is also an energy of befriending the word polarize is about, like, that's that perspective thing, like the darkness and the light. There's truth in everything. And if you see that duality and you see that, okay, yes, this life purpose that I'm doing right now is hard, or this work is hard, but I'm also being stacked up with opportunity and just universal support and love and connections, it's not so bad. And it actually, you know, it's me channeling my empathetic nature for the best, to heal people without, you know, having also just this low vibrational everyday life, if you know what I mean. So if it's like your purpose to be a healer, also allow the universe to, you know, give you the support that you need in order to be able to do that. I feel like you guys have a really big purpose. I could go on and on and on about your spread group 1, but we've been talking for a while. So that was your spread. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. That's the only place, the only way you can get a read from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel, and also check out my completely free radio show every other Monday in Playbacks in the description below. I love you, pile 1. That was your pile. I'll talk to you later.
Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description.
All right, group 2 with the green stone. Let's get right into it. Okay, what miracles are coming towards you? So the first card that we have that was under your stone is discovering truth. Okay, you stand in the light of truth. You know, I don't typically do this, but I feel like going straight into tarot because I want to know what this truth is, and then we'll get into some of the other things. But discovering the truth of the situation is honestly a blessing in itself, a miracle in itself, because I'm picking up on a very irritating energy. I don't know why I'm feeling sandpaper or sand. So maybe your first date was at a beach. I don't know. I'm tapping into the energy of someone who's been very, or maybe you had a beach date. Okay. I'm tapping into the energy of a group of you guys who have been very bothered by knowing, when is something going to come through? That's exactly the question you guys want to know. Yeah. When is something going to come through? When is this going to happen? It feels unfair. Wow. We have the Queen of Swords and the Justice card in reverse. So this is like you guys feeling like you've been working with no success, or you've been punished by the universe. So you're discovering the truth of why this is happening. I feel like we're about to unlock some like ancestral shit. Like this is all happening because your long lost quadruple cousin put a hex on someone back in the 1900s, I don't know, early 1900s. We'll see. I feel like this is something like that. I can already feel the energy. Feels, wow, I just heard ancient. That's weird. Yeah, something was done wrong and you're realizing that. I don't believe, honestly, in the, like, people having the ability to, I don't know how to word this. I don't give energy or attention to, like, generational curses in the sense that someone has cursed you. Not all generational curses come from other people. A lot of most generational curses come from other people, or sorry, like experiences through the family. I'm getting all tongue-tied because this energy is like really wild. But I have seen them, and tapping into this energy, this is what this feels like. It has to do with finances. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. So someone definitely screwed over the bloodline. Someone definitely transgressed against, and that's interesting that I was hearing ancient, because I'm feeling ancestors. I'm feeling like this has, wow. I would honestly almost attribute this, like, this is like personal reading type stuff, because not every small detail is gonna apply to everyone, how specific this is. But I'm literally getting this image of like I'm seeing mud. It looks like, you know how you see those movies where it's like they're based in the early like 1900s, and people are wearing cloths, and there's like this wooden like carrier that people travel with, and with the horse in front. I'm getting that energy, and I'm literally seeing someone like with one of those stone bowls and like the wooden thing that they, like, you know how you like how you can make guacamole in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the words for these things, you guys, but the spiritual downloads have been crazy nowadays. Let me know in the comments below if you have ascended spiritually to the point where you literally get the visions and stuff, because I talk to a lot of spiritual people who are really into it that get them, and like some people have like just outer worldly other type of experiences that are really cool. But I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because this is like a whole download of information. But basically what I'm saying is you're discovering the truth. You're either seeing it happen in a dream, you're hearing about it from, oh my god, like a black sheep relative, like someone has an aunt or a black sheep that maybe does brujeria, or maybe, I don't know, you're figuring out some sort of truth. And I know this was about miracles, and I promise y'all we're gonna get to it, but someone needed to hear this message. And the reason that this is a miracle is because not only does your whole bloodline get to level up, but you are released from the shackles of this generational curse that I actually do feel like was put on by a very powerful energy entity. It does not feel like probably through a being, like a person, but I feel like they had tapped into some severe darkness, and they were being used as a vessel, and they kind of started to go crazy, and then they were offended by something that your long lost whoever did, and they did have the power, but it did not come from them. It was an energy, it was an entity. Yikes. I'm sorry, you guys, that the whole reading turned out like that, but because I know like some of you guys were just like, okay, we're all love and light, like where's my message? Listen, discovering truth, this really is a miracle, because I really feel plagued your family, which is why I did something I don't typically do. I pulled tarot first. I always go in with the deck we're using, but this is like so heavy, it's just meant to be. This is what we're getting. So anywho, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is letting me know this truth is going to come to you. This is not something you have to seek. You always can if you want to, but I feel like it's so lost in the past that you're not going to be able to find this off of ancestry.com and trying to look through the family tree. You'd be looking forever, okay, forever. So let this come to you. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. That is what I love to see, baby. That is a reversal of a generational curse, if I've ever seen one. Generational curse, I guess like we could just say curse, family curse, because generational curse is something totally different. That's not a good way to describe this. Returning back to love, returning back to blessings, and healing the bloodline. Group 2, I really hope the people who were meant to see this message, I hope you guys see it. If this, you know, feels like something you just reject honor that feeling, and please pick another pile, because like I said, this is such a huge miracle because you get to experience happiness and get to be released from this. So yeah, it's not like, oh, some random blessing out of nowhere, you're winning the lotto. This is real shit. Like, this is not knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Is that how it goes? Ciao. I don't know. This is not like a play type of read. It just isn't. This is what happened. Okay, so we have first light, stepping into power, ascending the mountain, and unknown territory. There's those. There's those. Stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure. Wow, you're really taking this on. First light, beginning of a new cycle. And it's like such bigger than a cycle. Like, these words are so limiting, but you guys get the vibes. We're dealing with the deck that we have. Like, we don't have a, you know, we're not using a deck that says, you know, breaking generational da-da-da-da-da. But just know it's so much more bigger than this. It feels so small. Like, you know, these cards feel like so small compared to what you guys are really dealing with. I'm proud of you because I really feel like you're learning this information. You're discovering the truth. You're reversing, you know, the curse, or doing whatever you need to do to cancel out this energy, and your whole bloodline is able to move forward. Like, I just feel I can feel this energy of like, I can feel, I don't even want to get into it because it's like too much. Sorry. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward, unknown territory, you are exactly where you need to be. Okay, someone is like really pressing me for it. I was feeling like my feet in grave dirt, feeling like someone walking through like a cemetery and just feeling love, whereas before maybe they were afraid of cemeteries because they know that they've done a good job and they can feel all the energy of all their ancestors and everyone who have come before them in the ethers, like able to be released from this, and you also being released from this poverty consciousness and from this blockage of love, not attracting good partners towards you, not attracting good money situations towards you. So that was your message, you guys. Check me out. Pick another pile if this was like just too much for you, because I know it was a lot, but check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. That's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. That was your pile, you guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description.
All right, group 3 with the blue stone. Let's get right into it, okay? What miracles are coming to your life ASAP? The first card that we have that was under your stone is Wandering Path. So let's see what's going on with this. We've got some really wild spreads, okay? If you guys want to watch group 2, if you were inclined to do it, there may be a little message for you in there, but I'm telling you, like, we've got some wild spreads today. Okay, so at the bottom of this card, it says, enjoy the journey. So I see things coming together for you, and it's a process, but you're committing to a sense of self. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so ultimately I see you guys getting what it is that you're manifesting now, which is what the view from above card is about. But we also have embracing enthusiasm. So there's definitely a need for you guys to enjoy the journey, not to, it reminds me, I was doing a reading for someone the other day. They're going to travel abroad and they're wondering like, okay, I'm traveling abroad to do something, and the person that I've been talking to for a while, they live there. You know, how's it gonna go? And throughout the spread, we kind of unraveled that they were putting all of their eggs in one basket. And at the end of the spread, they were telling me about how they're so happy that I reminded them that they haven't made a commitment to this person, so they don't have to have everything right on this person, not to, you know, miss all of the fun that's going to happen with them traveling abroad. And that's literally the message that I get here. Where it's like, enjoy the journey. You're getting where you want to be. You're going to get your manifestation. So that's one miracle, whatever it is you're manifesting right now. And if you're not manifesting anything, get on it, because this is basically like the universe telling you before you even get started that it's gonna work out for you. But the universe is also saying, don't forget all the fun that's happening in the meantime, like all of the other side manifestations that come through with getting you to your biggest manifestation. Like, don't forget all of that stuff. So anyways, view from above, get the big picture, embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. The universe is saying, embrace this moment, embrace this time, embrace who you are, what you truly want, and also have that bird's eye view. It's all about the duality. And then we have cleansing waters, and choosing your path. So yeah, for some of you, you haven't decided what it is you're going to do. You're kind of feeling like it's not going to work out before you give yourself the chance to see if it's going to work out or not. So you kind of shortchange yourself, you know, from getting something because you've already essentially decided that you can't have it, that it's not going to work for you. So the universe is basically telling you, choose your path, choose the way you're going to go, and I'm going to support that 10,000%. And then we have cleansing waters. Purification activates your bright, vibrant life force. So I don't know why I almost reached for pile 4. Maybe that was like a sign for someone. You wanted to choose pile 4 as well or something. But yeah, purification activates your vibrant life force. So a miracle coming through is that things are going to be neutralized for you. So you're basically going to be giving a blank slate. Okay, I'm tapping into someone's love situation. They kind of messed it up by doing too much in the beginning. Maybe you were too excited and too overzealous. You had already decided that this was the person for you, the opportunity for you. This is this person coming back because they're being magnetized towards you by the universe, and you're having a blank slate. So don't do things the way that you did it before. Also, don't feel like you need to profusely apologize. They're coming back because they forgive you, you know? So a lot of people forget that, like, oh wait, this person came back to me, so I don't need to do the absolute most to please them. They've already decided that they want another go. Okay, so remember that. So cleansing waters. I'm also hearing like coins clinking. So you're being able to have a new start in terms of money as well. Let's see what we got so far. Yeah, this is beautiful. We have the Justice card and the 9 of Cups. So you're getting another opportunity at something that you had previously finessed yourself out of before. Whether it was having enough discipline to get something, quitting on a manifestation, whether it's not seeing a project all the way through, or making a decision or a mistake in the workplace that kind of made you look away. The position is either opening again, or you're having a shot at another position. Could be even better, but at least equal to what it is you were trying to get to before. But this 9 of Cups is because you've grounded yourself, rooted yourself in the right energy, so that you're calmed down and you have a whole new perspective. You're like, yeah, don't want to do that again because that got me here. So a second chance is a miracle for you guys, a second chance at something. And yeah, you guys, we have the Empress in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the Star card upright. So this is wish fulfillment. This is wish fulfillment. This isn't something that honestly could have been manifested. So just know that, and that's why it's important for you to enjoy the journey, because this isn't something you could have sped up even if you wanted to. This person was not going to talk to you even if you wanted to. There was nothing you could do to convince the hiring manager that you were still good for the position. They had already made up their mind, but either they're being moved, you know, and that's the crazy thing about, you know, manifestation. The universe works a lot to work things for you in the background. And a lot of people feel like, okay, if I don't have what I want right now, it's not working, it's never going to happen. Or if I don't see that I'm closer right now, it's not going to happen. When it's really like, you know, for an example, say with a work situation, you, I don't know, came into work hungover and something, you know, you looked really, really bad. Everyone knew you were hungover. They could smell the alcohol on you from the night before, and you really embarrassed yourself. This would be like an example of that hiring manager moving to a different position, a new hiring manager coming in that doesn't know that. And now that this new round of interviews is going on, they only have to look at you for your qualifications, not you a few weeks ago coming in looking a mess. So like, understand the universe works as easily as it can, and something way out of the picture may happen that positively affects your situation. But if you're just focused beeline on, well, I don't feel like I'm closer because I don't see it right in front of my face in my lap, it's not happening, you're going to automatically start to focus on something else, feeling like that's not happening, or it was never in the works, feeling like the universe is pushing you out when it isn't. So the universe is doing a lot on your behalf in the background. Just know that, group 3, and that's a miracle in itself, because the universe is not, you can't pip out the universe. The universe is, you can't force the universe to do anything. So I'm glad that you guys are getting this favor, and that's why it's important to have that view from above. But this is like Empress in reverse. I feel like you guys really crossed yourself to try to get something, and it didn't end up working out. Magician in reverse, like I said, we already talked about that. The Star, you guys know the vibes with the Star. So 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles also in reverse. I like this energy because you guys aren't feeling like you have to try to control the narrative or try to control things as much, and releasing that in itself is going to feel like there's a burden lifted. And you know, honestly, with your path, with your pile, I just keep getting this message of your manifestation is happening. It's going to happen. And so the universe is telling you not to finesse yourself into a different position before it does, and also to enjoy the journey, because there's no point to be stressed about this because you're getting what you want. There's nothing you can do about it anyway. And that's like a lesson in itself. So we have success and transformation, and you are magic. Absolutely, you are magic. You don't need to conjure up anything. You don't need to create some sort of magical opening for this. This is automatically happening because of the magic that you hold within you. Your spirit knows, God, spirit, the divine also knows like what your intentions were. They know what path you're on. So don't put all that pressure on yourself that you have to control everything and fix everything. This is what you're here to do. You're here to learn certain lessons, okay? That was a lesson, now you know, and you had to learn that before you get in this higher position, or before you get in this, you know, beautiful relationship, so that you don't ruin it once it really counts. So we have the good kind and move beyond intention to belief. Beautiful. Absolutely. You do not have to intend to do anything. You do not have to set your intentions for this to manifest. You've already done that. It's already manifested. But this is a second chance. This is like a new beginning. Ah, it's so beautiful. All you have to do is believe. And we have the good kind. And I feel like that's needing or nudging, or what is the word I'm looking for? Nodding. I feel like that's a nod to the surprises that are coming in for you guys. So that's what I have for you. That's the miracles coming in. Check me out on Etsy in the description below for your protection. That is the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from your girl. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. And also check out my completely free radio show every other Monday. And Playbacks in the description. We pull cards. We listen to music. It's for every zodiac sign. It's super fun. And that was your pile. I'll talk to you later.
Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description.
All right, group 4 with the pink stone. Let's get right into it, okay? What miracles are coming into your life ASAP, soon as possible? So the first card that we have that was under your stone is literally the miracle card. That's so funny. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Okay, so we'll see how this turns up. But the universe is saying expect blessings on blessings on blessings, okay? Oh, wow. So I'm seeing you guys finding a space where you feel safe. For some of you, this is a relationship. For some of you, this is a friend, or you meeting your soul tribe. And that's one of the first miracles coming up right away, that you're being surrounded with a group of people that truly care about you. I'm tapping into the energy of some of you who have had these like friends that don't really care as much as they should, or like they only care when it benefits them. So you guys are kind of being taken out of that situation. So it may be a tower moment happening now, or it may seem like everything's crumbling down, but it's literally so that things can be rebuilt. So just know that. Oh, wow. We have taking shelter and voyage of the heart. So you may be going through like a dark night of the soul, where it's like everything gets darker before it gets a lot, I mean, significantly better. Taking shelter, the answers are within. Voyage of the heart, love flows through you and to you. Beautiful. Happy for you guys. We have choosing your path, navigating by the stars, and journey by moonlight. There's those. So choosing your path, all is possible. You guys are seeing that you have a new beginning. You have an opportunity to expand and grow in ways that you truly haven't before. And it's not like surface level expansion. It's like spiritual expansion. This is you guys becoming a spiritual authority. You've always felt like an empath. You've always felt like a healer. This is you having the ability to tap into that, but also making money with it. Wow. Now I'm seeing like a shaman. I'm seeing like a counselor. I feel like some of you guys are going to end up working at like some sort of healing facility. That's cool. Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. This is about doing whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel excited. Don't feel like you have to take a spiritual approach just because you're spiritual. Spirituality does not have to be your entire life. It should be a portion of your life, but not everything you do, like your work and, you know, day to day, has to do with spirituality. Journey by moonlight, believe in the magic. Wow, you guys. So there's some miracles coming through. I feel like this is to do with life purpose and community. Finding a community, a group of people that you vibe with, a group of people that love you, truly care about you. These cards are jumping. Yeah. Two of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Swords. You guys, you knew that this was going to happen. I don't feel like this is a slow like burn, and if so, honestly, I feel like this, okay, I'm picking up on two things. First of all, your friends are slowly fading to black, or you're slowly losing relationships and friendships, or two, I'm picking up on an energy where you're being betrayed by someone who you did really consider a friend, and it's literally because the universe is bringing in, like I said before, like this Tower energy, because it was something that you knew you should have done, or you knew you should have said something about, something that's been bothering you for a while that hadn't been handled. So the universe is like, okay, bow, just a one and done, it's done. That's my favorite sound effect, by the way, bow. I don't know why. Anyways, and then we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So you guys are being slowed down. You guys are being slowed down, and it's like you can see, I don't know, I get this image of like you know, kind of like how they say if you get in an accident, like time slows down and you can see everything like moving in slow motion, like in a movie. That's literally the energy that I get with you guys, where it's like you're having this crazy spiritually ascended moment where you're seeing your situation in slow motion, seeing every player, every piece, what everyone has done. Some of you guys are a miracle that's coming through. You're getting these psychic visions, you're getting a spiritual download. Spiritual upgrade is actually the better word for it. Okay. Ooh, I love this. I love the aces. Ooh, we got three. Oh my goodness, we have four. We have all four aces. This is abundance, 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 abundance for self, which is so crazy how literally the miracles card came out for you guys, because this is triumph over the phase in your life that you've been in. Okay, Ace of Swords, triumph over finances, finding a career either in spirituality and health or something that truly resonates with you. Ace of Wands, you know, that life purpose being fulfilled. Wow. And then the Ace of Cups, truly loving yourself, not crossing yourself, putting yourself in situations where you would be the butt of the joke, putting yourself in situations where you would have to carry everybody on your back, being merged with people who genuinely want to connect with you and want to offer you something of substance, people who love you and care about you and want to see you succeed, not some hating, you know, none of that BS. We have the King of Swords and the Four of Cups in reverse. So I do feel like this has been a solo journey. If not, some of you guys are embarking, like I said a minute ago, I feel like this is kind of like reminiscent of a dark night of the soul. So some of you guys are going on this solo journey and you never have before. It can be very scary, it can be very lonely, but I really do feel like yours is going to be pretty temporary. I don't feel like it's going to take too long for you guys to conjure up enough energy and have this stuff come into you. We have the Page of Swords in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Judgment card in reverse. So some people didn't get their karma and it's being dished out now. I'm telling you, some people didn't get their karma and it's being dished out now. So if you've been looking at a certain person and you've been feeling like, wow, you just get to go live your life and be happy and I'm just stuck with all this mess, you're doing this hard work. But I'm telling you, first of all, everything isn't what it seems with them. Everything is not what it seems with them. But regardless, you are being given just everything you wanted. Wow. We have the Milk and Honey card that just came out, and I'm literally seeing like a perfect relationship, and it feels dewy. Like it feels dewy. It feels like very romantic, and like you guys really see eye to eye. You really, okay, the Yang card wanted to come out, and the Fates card is right under that. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fates card. So this is definitely an energy of a divine union, definitely an energy of a divine meeting or something that was always kind of meant to happen through this process. We have Milk and Honey and Yang. So if you identify as divine masculine, you're claiming your divine masculine energy and you are living in your divine masculine energy, attracting your true divine feminine. But for most of you, I feel like this Milk and Honey is coming through someone who's in their divine masculine energy approaching you. So just take it as it resonates. It could be vice versa. We have fork in the road and never ending story. So you have the ability to truly walk away from a situation. I will say the universe is going to align things so you can get through it. It's going to be hard, but the universe universe is going to align things, so whatever it is that you're going through now, you can get through. But we do have a never-ending story here. So I'm feeling like a karmic partner or a karmic cycle that you've been on time and time again. You're going to have a clean-cut opportunity to leave that in the past. It will matter on what you choose to do. Like, it'll depend, like whether or not this gets closed or you have to go through this again will completely depend on you. But the universe is giving you the perfect circumstance to walk away. And it doesn't matter how intertwined your lives are, the universe is going to make a clear-cut opening for you, like the parting of the Red Sea, so you can go through and you can go about. And yeah, it's scary to see all this water on each side of you that can totally engulf you, but if you trust and you keep going, you're going to make it through the other side. Okay, so that's what I got for you guys. Oh my goodness, I really love this spread. All these spreads today I really love. They were all crazy and deep and different. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Check me out on Etsy if you want your own private reading. It's in the description below. That's the only place you can get one from me. Beware of scammers, okay? And also check out my free radio show. We pull cards, we listen to music. It is a vibe. That was your pile, group 4. I love you. Be careful what you wish for, okay? And I will see you in the next one.
Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description.